Just Russia, Alternativet, Eno, Berni, Piotr Frantio, Centre Party, Ciudadanos, Dan Iocanescu, Darba Petija, Tigrona, Democrats, Die Linke, Die Unabhängigen, Volkspartie, Framsóknar Flokkurin, Franziskans, Freiliste, Fremskrittspartiet, Georgian Dream, Golden Dawn, GSLP, Jobbik, Kotleba, Kukis, Ledvigias Regionu Abiemba, Liberal, Momentum, Marina, Movimento 5 Stelle, Movimento Ciudadano, National Frontisme, Nosets Latvia, Noa Senza, New Zealand First, Osvegas, Petro Poroshenko Bloc, Podemos, Parti Socialiste, PSRM, Serb List, SVP/UDC, Syriza, Trump, UKIP, USVID, Weber, Kant. What? Well, here's an easy list to put together. Bernie Sanders, Jeremy Corbyn, Podemos, Syriza, Eno, Georgian Dream, Movimento 5 Stelle, Ciudadanos, Jobbik, Kotleba, National Front, Donald Trump, and the United Kingdom Independence Party. So the video clearly is about populism, and populism was long thought dead, but here we are with an incomprehensible multitude of partisan figures that fit the term. So why are they significant? How have they succeeded? Let's start from the At the dawn of a new century, a head of state began to strain. Why? Well, his successor was causing a shift in views from within their party, the advent of unadulterated, corrupt, and nepotic capitalism. How is this important? Well, Teddy ran against Taft and lost because of the reins that Taft had over the party, and so left in despair. Until he founded the Bull Moose Party, both praised and chided for being the first truly progressive party in America. Was this the only progressive party in America? No, Henry Wallace, about 30 years later, left the Democrats to follow New Deal socialism more closely. So what about Bernie then? Bernie's philosophy is a concoction of these two ideas, and his popularity has brought the Democrats as far left as Carter attempted. Georgian Dream is a democratic party stuck within a dictatorial system. Around the same time as in the last example, but in the cultural antipathy of America, a man called Vladimir Lenin was dumbfounded to his successor, the rather evil Stalin. Weren't Lenin and Stalin friends? Well, not really, but Stalin took power nonetheless. So what about Georgia then? Stalin himself originated from Georgia, but that doesn't mean that he wasn't as harsh there as he was everywhere else. And his fascistic views carry on to this day. Georgian Dream is the first party to have a real chance of displacing them. In the early 20th century, northern Spain, Catalan Nationalism sprung up. The movement called for a separation and self-determination for Catalan and had no official opposition. That is until people, like actor Albert Bourdella, took to the platform to promote a new party. An actor, you might be asking? Well, Bourdella was not the only supporter of this new party. Intellectuals such as Felix de Azua joined in on the debate at the same time. And the group does have intellectual prowess amongst the right. Their rise? Well, Albert Rivera is seen as the face of Ciudadanos, in the same way that Pablo Iglesias is in their counterpart. And under Albert they have rose to become one of the largest third parties in Spain. In 1995, Ross Perot left the Grand Old Party to establish the Reform Party. At its height, the party elected a former professional wrestler as governor of Minnesota. How is this ridiculousness relevant, you might ask? Well, leading up to the 2000 election, Governor Ventura began to urge his dear friend, a little-known real estate magnate at the time, to run for the party's presidential nomination. He accepted, but infighting in February of the election year caused him to drop out. His next appearance was in 2011, after his empire had brought him fame. He fueled a movement which stood to impeach the president due to the prerequisites of running. However, he himself did not run. Until 2016, when he decided that time was ripe for populism to strike into the heart of the Republican Party, especially after the red herring that was the Tea Party. The nearest and dearest to my heart comes in Momentum. Didn't Momentum just invade Labour from the Socialist Workers' Party? No, the history of the movement aligns well with the long road of intellectuals, from the man who named the Fabian Society, the first Labour MP, and then the first Labour Prime Minister after him, from the most important 20th century Prime Minister, the Lord who converted into Labour, and finally the Lord's beloved student, Jeremy Corbyn. Jeremy's popularity shows that it takes just one black sheep to reanimate something thought to be as dead as the dodo. A socialist Labour Party.